So I welcome all of you Today we will be starting with introductory session, and the topic for today are mainly blowing, gripping, that is the holding of the flute, how comfortably we can hold it, and the Alankars. Okay. Apart from them, we can also discuss about some music, basic of the music, basic of the flute, basic of the ragas. Okay, and whatever doubt we have, we'll keep on discussing on that. Parallelly, we will keep on playing these things, because playing is the best way so that we can express our things. And along with that, we'll try to focus on mainly three things: blowing, gripping, and Alankars.
Nandan sir, he is taking classes here.
Namaskar.
We don't have flute now.
He can take.
We have flute in home, so lens time can.
He can take from.
This is fine.
Yeah. Now, we start with the basic of music. Okay. The music, the definition it says, there are so many definitions for music, but one which what we say is the classical definition of the music. It's a combination of vocal, instrumental things, and dance. How we say it is a gayan, vadan, nritya. It's a combination of these three mainly arts. We have so many arts in our day-to-day life. Painting is there, dancing is there, even talking is one kind of art. So among them, the music has that highest impact on human body and human mind, that can attract and that can convey that emotion very quickly than the others art. So in that music itself, the vocal is considered to be the best, because vocal has a notes plus poetry. If somebody has singing, then he can convey his emotion through the music plus through the poetry. When we come to the instrument, we don't have poetry. So we make our notes so strong, our music so strong, that without poetry also we can convey our emotion same way the vocalist does. And the dancers, they convey their emotions through their different acts and different positions, all these things. So what we try to convey here is that instrument should be played such a way that without poetry it convey all your emotion and your things that it should convey it. For instrument, we mostly divide it in a two part. One is a percussion instrument, another is a non-percussion instrument. Talvadya, Swarvadya. So the instrument which can produce melody, like sargam, saregama, padanisa, like flute, sitar, sarod, violin, santur, these all are non-percussion instruments, Swarvadya. And the instrument that creates the beat, okay, like tabla, dholak, pakhawa, these all are the percussion instruments. So our instrument is a Swarvadya, but yet we have to know about the percussion instrument like tabla, how it sounds, what is the sam, khali, tali, and all these things we will going to discuss in our next days. So for now, in instrument, again they are further in distribution through how we play it. Okay. So one is a Sushirvadya, wind instrument. Okay, the instrument which is being played through the air, like harmonium, like flute, like sehnai, shankh, mouth organ, these all are the Sushirvadya. They are mostly smaller in the size compared to the other instrument, and they are mostly lightweight in their weight. So it is very easy to carry and everything. They are mostly pre-tuned, like flute is already tuned. We cannot tune it again. Okay, but the other instrument we can always tune before we start the playing, before we start the practice. So the first part is a Sushirvadya, wind instrument. Second is a string instrument. So string instrument are the king of the instrument. In the previous days, there was only the string instrument like sitar, sarod, okay, violin. Then other instruments which were belonging to the folk instrument like flute, santur, they were considered as a folk instrument. From there, many people they did so hard job, so hard practice that it came to the classical instrument category. Just like before 50 years or maybe before 60 years, these instruments were not counted as a classical music instrument. But due to the hard work of all the artists, now it is considered as one of the most loving classical instruments as well. Okay, so the string instrument is the second part. Third is an instrument which is made up of skin. Okay, that what we call as a Ghanavadya. Okay, so Ghanavadya is when we make a instrument through the skin like tabla, pakhavaj, all these things. And another is the Avanadavadya, when we is the friction of the two metal like a ghant or like a jalar, Okay, all these things are said under the vajra. So mostly those are the percussion instruments. We in normal days generally deal with the string instrument mostly and the sushil vajra, that is a wind instrument. Now coming to the flute. Flute also has so many variations. One is a side flute that mostly we play. Another is a straight flute. In the straight flute, we just generally we convert the this playing or blowing formula into the technical way. Here we have to make our blow such a way that it rounds the blow and it can produce the sound. Okay, but the playing style is the same. Another is in this Tripura Bansuri, this South Indian Bansuri, they have difference in their whole numbers. Like here we have 8-hole Bansuri, Tripura has a different Bansuri. But the one which is mostly popular in Hindustani and North Indian is this 6-hole Bansuri. 7 with the blowing hole. And this is a tuning hole. When the maker they make it, they first do this tuning hole. Accordingly they will tune pa and accordingly they will tune the other notes. Okay. Now coming to the blowing part of this, many people they have this very natural tendency that as soon as they put it, they get the sound. Okay, but in most of the case we don't get it. Even myself, I took nearly 1 month to get the proper sound. Fine, and still it is going on. We'll never be satisfied with the sound that we are getting from our instrument. It's just like a vocal. The more you practice, the more it gets better. What is technically thing is that when we put the mouth hole, it should be exactly at the center of the underlip, okay, the lower lip. So how we know that whether it is in the center or whether it is right or left? Okay. So through this cut of blowing hole, when we put here, we feel this cut, whether it is a center or it's a left side or it's a right side, and just half of the blowing hole should be covered under the lip, and half should be open. Okay. So what happens when I put it here? Now let's say it is not half, it is little outer. Then my blow would go somewhere outer side, and it may create hissing sound or something. So hissing sound is when our blow is reflecting towards the bamboo. Okay, that causes the hissing sound. So if our angle of blowing is wider or our angle of blowing is outer or inner, then it causes the hissing sound. So to make it perfect, one can put it in the middle and you may try to slightly rotate inside or rotate outside just to check where we get the best sound out of it. See, we can hold the flute like this and at some extent it is going to decrease, and if I take it outside, at some extent it will again going to decrease. So we have to find a perfect place where we get the maximum sound out of it. If you are ever doubt, then you just slightly take it out or take it inside, and then you get the perfect sound out. Okay, so we'll go one person by person. Sir, please, you can try. This is also a good sound. If you can make it little outer, rotate outer, and go with very minimum change so that you can feel that whether it is going to increase or it is going to decrease. Correct. And after that, you just try to remember this through the feel that when I put it here, this is the best sound that I get. Okay. So correct. Once we get the good sound, we should have this practice of putting a flute as soon as possible and blowing it. If somebody have this tendency of putting a flute, then they adjust and then they blow. It takes nearly 1 or 2 seconds. But we should practice to put it directly and have the sound like this. Correct. So try to minimize that setting time as much as possible. Okay. Okay. Another way of doing it faster is we put the flute somewhere here down the lip, and then we take it up. Meanwhile, we setting the things. Correct. Now your time has reduced to half, even lesser than half. Okay. So this should be a good practice that whenever we put, just like a vocal, whenever we want to sing, we just sing it. It's just like a vocal. Whenever we play, we just put it and play it. Okay. Anytime we put it, it should sound. Okay. Sir, please. The angle is perfect. Now just try to put it little sooner, faster. Correct. Sometimes we should have practice of this, that it should not take longer time. You just put it and it should sound. Otherwise the sound is good. And also play the lower octave part. Lower octave part. Correct. The sound is best. We can increase a little blow to make it louder. See? Correct. So in practice, always try to make it louder. If we can play it louder, then we can play the softer as well. But if we have a tendency of playing soft always, then it is hard to make it louder. Okay? Very good. Akhilesh, you try. Then try to put it and blow as soon as possible. इसको निकाला, and again take it. Try to reduce the time. If it is taking, let's say, 2 seconds, let's say, then try to reduce it by 1. We feel that we need a time, but actually we don't need that time. We just put it and we can play it. Correct. Right? So उसकी एक प्रैक्टिस करना है कि हम जैसे ही रखते हैं साउंड आना चाहिए. इस तरीके जैसे वोकल का आता है उसी तरीके से हमारा भी इस हिसाब से होना चाहिए. सर, यू ट्राई. Perfect. Try to detach and again put sooner. Correct. For all size of flute, this is a little longer flute. Even if we have a smaller flute, medium size flute, as soon as we put, we should be able to make it. आपके पास flute है? You have the flute? You want, you can take it from me. Okay, no problem. Sri Krishna ji, you want to ask anything?
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm listening to you. Please.
Yeah. Are you able to see me?
Correct. I can see you.
See, I have to adjust it. I cannot make a noise immediately.
Yes.
I put it here. I have to search like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. So what we can do, that you try to remember the place when you are putting here. You sense that what part of the blowing hole is touching where in your lips. Okay. After you are set like all these things, then you try to remember the feel and slowly try to do this practice of putting that flute directly the same place where it should sound like that. Okay? Yeah, try again. Yes, it has reduced somewhat, but this is a matter of practice. That you can sit in front of mirror, and when we see ourselves in front of mirror, this hole should be shown half. Half we can see our hole, half it is our under the lips. Okay, so in front of mirror you sit and bring the flute directly here to blow without adjustment. It will come with the time. We can start with the slow process. how we feel it, I start putting flute from this point, somewhere down to the lower lip. And there I can realize, okay, my flute is in the left side or right side or middle. And then from there, I just put it here. Like I said, in a microsecond, half of the second maybe. Like this.
I know it with the help of practice. After practice, I can do it.
Yes, yes, yes. So we should start it with a very slow practice, like sliding from this point to here, and then we start playing it. It will not take more than 2 to 3 days, maximum 2 days. It will be sure. Okay. So everybody has that tendency of setting it. Even I had that tendency of setting the flute every time we go to play.
Yeah.
But then you should try to remove it, because your mind already knows that where it should start, where it should be placed. Okay, just we need to train our hand to go exactly the same place, like that. Okay. So now we move for the next thing, that is the gripping. That is very, very important thing, especially when we play the bass flute. Okay. So for gripping, we have two style of gripping. One is this way, where we grip the flute through mostly the tips of our hand. Okay. See, when we say about classical music Bansuri, it was actually started with Pandit Pannalal Ghoshji, and he has this kind of gripping. So people who started following him, they also acquired this kind of gripping. Okay, so this is also good. There is nothing wrong with this. The only thing is, if you go for a longer flute, so with this kind of gripping, it's very hard to stretch your fingers. Okay. And then it comes to Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia ji, who take this things to even further stage. Now he had that benefit that he learned the flute from a person who actually was the Sehnai player. Okay, so that Prasanna Gharana is famous for playing Sehnai also, and he is famous for playing flute also. Okay, so they have the grip of playing the flute just like how we play the Sehnai. Okay, so this grip, the way I am holding, that is called actually Sehnai grip. The Sehnai people have that grip, and through the same people that they were playing the flute, they have discovered this grip, and that is more popular nowadays. Now, what is the benefit of holding the flute like this? See, first of all, this is our natural position. This is not our natural position of hand. Okay, even if you just raise our hand, it is like this, the very natural position. So it allows the fingers to spread maximum possible. Okay, so with this thing we can hold longer and longer flute, and that too with a very comfortable style. Okay, now many people have this kind of fingering, but still they have complained about they are not able to reach to the third hole sometimes. Okay, or maybe for the down hand they are not able to reach to close that hole. Now what are the reasons? See, for that we need to know what are the functions of these fingers. So if I take example of this left hand, right hand, so here we have three fingers. These three are the playing fingers, this index finger, middle finger and the ring finger, and these two are the supporting fingers, right? So the role of this finger is to just hold the bamboo, nothing else, but main role is for these three fingers to play the bamboo. What generally people they do mistake, that they, as soon as they start putting the fingers, they put the thumb first. Okay, whereas we should give the priority to this playing fingers followed by the thumb. Suppose if I start with this upper hand, so everybody should hold the flute like this. From the down hand, you hold the flute, whatever your down hand, it can be right hand, it can be left hand, no problem. Just down, hold it with the way that you are holding the object, and then you open this upper hand. Okay, yeah. Make sure you have this angle with thumb to index finger is like L. It should not be like C. It should not move towards this. The thumb should always remain towards the mouth like this. Okay. Now, we'll first put the index finger from the center of it. Okay. So like this, these are the two lines. Between them, we'll put the first finger, and until we finish all three fingers setting, the thumb should be open. It should not be kept close. It should be always open, and that too in a mouth hole direction. Okay, like this. See. Keep that thumb open. We have hold the Bansuri from this point, so we don't need to put thumb to balance it. Okay, open the thumb, open it, thumb. Yes, just put that first finger, and thumb should be open. Correct, like this. and it should be outside the bamboo. Should not go under the finger, should out the thumb. Sir, आपका दिखाइए thumb बाहर की तरफ. हाँ. Take the thumb out, yeah, and keep it unset like this. Your thumb is inside, no? It should be outside like this. It is going this way. Yeah, take it out. Thumb. Correct. Out and open. Yes, this way. And open the thumb. Yeah, correct. Okay, fine. So, and then this thumb will remain open until we finish all these three fingers. Okay. Now the second finger will go parallel to the first finger. Yes. Okay. So this is center. Second finger is also center. Yeah. From this part we will close. So if I mark my fingers. Okay, see, my first finger closing the hole is this part. Okay, correct. And the angle from index finger to thumb is like L. Okay, it should not be go under the finger. The thumb should be out the finger. Correct, this way. Okay, so now when I put it, I am not placing the thumb. Thumb will be open, but it should be outside the fingers like this. Followed by the second finger, which will also close the hole from the center like this. Okay. Still, the thumb should be outside and unplaced, should be open. Now, we can tilt these two fingers slightly down, maybe 10 degree or lesser than 10 degree. Because if you keep it straight, then may be possible that third finger will appear onto the third hole. Okay, now to make it shorter, the third finger, we slightly tilt these two fingers downwards so that only tip of the third finger would appear onto the third hole. Okay, now what is the part that is touching the hole? It's this one. See, this for the third finger. Correct. Okay. If you can grip like this is the best comfortable grip because this is a natural position of our hand. We are not putting any pressure, we are not giving any extra angles like this. This normally way it's going like very naturally. And after reaching all these three fingers where the thumb was open, from there you just bring up, and this should be under the bamboo, not opposite the bamboo. Okay, if you put opposite the bamboo, your hand will have this kind of curve, which is not natural. If we put under the bamboo, then this is somewhat natural hand position. Okay, so many people they have these fingers on the correct position, but they have thumb here. Due to that, their elbow get rise, their wrist get rise, even shoulder get rise. Okay, so we should always keep the thumb under the flute and like this. Okay, yes, and there is no role for little finger. For the upper hand, we don't have to put this finger anywhere. Just keep it parallel to the ring finger. If it will go down, it may disturb the third finger like this. Okay, so this should be the grip. It should look like. Okay, yes. Is there anybody has a problem? Sir, आपका दिखाइए. Very good. Play sa. Very nice. Is it comfortable? Fine. Sir. You can take this thumb slightly down. Okay, the same, it will be in the same direction, this direction, but slightly down. So it will give relax to your wrist and the elbow. See, now the position right now it's like this. So till the time, suppose you play half an hour, you have lifted the hand half an hour. If you can go down, this can be totally free. Our body will, we can save some energy this way. Try to even go down. The elbow, even down, it can touch to your body. Correct. So this is the best posture we can do. Now, many people have the tendency when as soon as they pick up the flute, their hands also rise. Okay, but okay, for setting if you want, that is okay, fine. But after setting, you relax it. Okay? The more it will be relaxed, the more you will be relaxed. Otherwise, unnecessarily we have to give energy to hold them. Okay, yeah. And another is to have this neck straight, okay? Like this. So like the way we take the cup of tea, we have this position and we take the cup upside. The same way you use the shoulder and the elbow to adjust the size without bending the neck, either in any of the direction or up or down. So it should be like this. We'll have the same position and we'll put it here. Like this. Try sir. थोड़ा ऐसा है, थोड़ा और सीधा करिए सर, और हाँ, अभी बस ऐसे ही रखिए, फ्लूट को डाउन ले जाइए, टेक इट आउट, टेक इट ऑफ, टेक द फ्लूट ऑफ, हाँ, फिर से रखिए, हाँ. तो ट्राई कि आपको ऐसे नीचे ना झुकना पड़े. यू डोंट नीड टू गो डाउन और अप और लेफ्ट और राइट, जस्ट स्ट्रेट लाइक दिस. Good. So this is called posture. In posture, we mostly deal with three things. One is a neck, okay. Another is this elbow, and another is a back. Somebody has a tendency of playing flute like this. They always play like this. So in that case, they will have back pain after 1 hour of practice, 2 hours of practice. So we should always sit straight. Another is a shoulder. Somebody has this position, so that should be getting down. That is totally related with the thumb position. If my thumb is up, my wrist will be up, my shoulder will be up, everything will go up. If my thumb is down, then most of the things will be down. Then another tendency people they have is playing the flute like this way. Suppose the microphone is here or audience is here, but those they always play like this. Now what is the problem exactly? See, when they play the smaller flute, suppose if I take example of C, okay, this way. And when they switch to the bigger flute, they don't change their angle. So with the same angle of the smaller flute, I have to go like this. So what exactly we should do when you change the flute, when you change the size of the flute, that time you also adjust this angle of elbow accordingly. For the smaller flute, this angle is smaller, okay, like this, because the distance from playing hole to blowing hole is smaller. So there we can have this angle. But if you change the flute, suppose this, according to the hole should be here, but it is not here, it is somewhere there, then don't take your blowing there, let the blowing should be there, open this elbow and then you keep it there. So the many people who have just switched from smaller flute to the bigger flute, they have this tendency of playing the flute like this, with shifted neck. It should be the straight way, and then you adjust your shoulder and elbow in a such a way that you be straight and the mouth will come to the correct direction. Okay, try करिए अखिलेश जी. हाँ, ये इसको नीचे करिए और नीचे, हाँ, और थोड़ा सीधा बैठ जाइए, करेक्ट. थोड़ा सा लिफ्ट करिए. Ideally the flute should be 90 degree, okay, like this, but it is not that possible to hold the flute for 1 hour, 2 hours. So we can give at least 45 degree, but not down than this. Okay, see that, itna, this is okay, this up to this okay. हाँ, थोड़ा उठाइए बस, और थोड़ा keep this thumb slightly out, right hand thumb, हाँ, correct. Also the tendency of finger should go down, should not come up. ऐसा ऊपर की तरफ नहीं आएगा, it should go down like this. See, this is going down direction. If you have a tendency of putting this up, it may create some leakage problem. Okay, so what is the starting? When you are putting the first finger, from there you give the down angle. Okay, then parallel to that second finger, parallel to that the third finger. Without blowing, just go for the grip without blowing. Correct, this is the better. And this pinky finger, little finger can be in parallel with the third finger. Correct. Everything is just, you can down the elbow, और थोड़ा सा देखिए अभी ऐसा, so take it off, again फिर से, करेक्ट, ये ऐसे ही रहना चाहिए, आपका जो चेहरा है शुड बी द सेम, लाइक दिस। ओके, राइट। थोड़ा सामने देखिए और थोड़ा सा, गर्दन को थोड़ा सा घुमाइए। करेक्ट, थोड़ा एल्बो डाउन कर दीजिए। हाँ, दिस इज द बेस्ट। थोड़ा चिन अप। Perfect. And even if you get the flute off, again put it the same angle. We should not go down, or we should not be adjusting the neck. Should be same. Keep it straight. Yes. Suppose every time we play, we suppose that audience is in front of us. Okay. So our eyesight should be with the audience, exactly on the audience, like this. If the audience is there, we play like this. They will say we are more interested for the sound person than the audience. Okay, so always like this and straight from the back. Okay, sir, आप दिखाइए। थोड़ा सर को इस तरफ लाइए। हाँ, सर मतलब आपका ऐसा है, ऐसे ऐसे बजा रहे, तो जस्ट मूव योर नेक विद दिस, और थोड़ा सा, हाँ, करेक्ट। Fine. Now, get this flute off, and again you put it. Correct. Correct. Up. If you can move through this chair, yes. Yeah, please. Okay. Abhi the way you are sitting, the same way the flute should go. Lift it little bit. This angle is good. Correct. Suppose there is a microphone in front of you at the center, exactly, just like mine, and your blow should be going here only. You should not go move here, or should not go out, exactly here. Every time you put. Correct. Okay, so this comes under the posture. After gripping, if the gripping is good, make sure your posture is straight without moving left or right, or without moving up or down. Should be the same every time. Should be the same place. Then only we can have the perfect volume at the audience side, because microphone will not move as per our. It will be the same place. So we should be also the same place every time. Okay. Sometimes when we play, so up to this is okay. Okay, but this should not happen. Then won't get the sound there. Okay. Yes. Srikanji, if you want to ask anything about the gripping of the first hand.
I will show you.
Yes, sir. Please. Yes. You can slightly down the elbow of your left hand. Yes. It should be like, if it is good, if you can touch your body, your some part of your hand, that means it is more relaxed. Correct. And are you comfortable with this first three finger?
Yeah.
Okay. You have E scale also, right, with you?
Yeah, E scale. E scale.
Correct. So at the end of the class, I will send some pictures of the perfect posture that we should have. Everybody has almost a perfect posture. I am just trying to make more and more convenient for you. Okay. So what are 2 or 3 mistakes that generally we do? First is a thumb position. Okay. Always try to get this thumb out of the finger. It should not go under the finger like this. If it will go under the finger, it will reduce the stretch of the fingers. Okay. So it should be like this. This is the very first important. Yes, this is perfect. This is perfect. So generally the distance between index finger to thumb, it's somewhat like 2 fingers, 2 and sometimes 1.5. Okay. It should not be more than that. If it is more, then it will disturb the third finger. If it is less, then again it will disturb any of this finger. So the way the natural, without putting a pressure on this thumb, this is a natural. It is somewhat 2 fingers distance is there, like this. Okay. And after putting the hand correctly, we can have this face and this back should be straight in the same line. With this elbow minimum down, okay, shoulder should be minimum down, especially the wrist should be minimum down. Many people, half of the flutists, they have this tendency, they put the fingers correctly, but as soon as they start playing, they acquire this position. Okay, so there is nothing wrong in this, but it will give you unnecessary pain for if you go for longer time. Okay, so your hand should be just like, you know, the way we do Namaskar, the same thing. You open it, there should be the same angle. Okay, no need for going this or any other angle. Like from this to this place, and this is the angle. Okay. And try to take the flute as much as straight. Okay, if not straight, then maximum we go now is up to this angle, but not more than this. Should not go bent totally like this. Clear? Srikanji, is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm Sri Krishna.
Sri Krishna ji, sorry, Sri Krishna ji, yes, yes. You feel free to ask anytime. Even if I am talking, you just open the microphone and you can ask if you want something to know. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now we go for the downhand. Okay, this is more important. Why? Because see, the placement of the holes in the Bansuri, for the upper hand it is very regular, it is very uniform. From this place to this to this is like this, the same. But in the downhand, actually the distance from the first hole to third hole is the same as upper first hole to third hole. Only the thing is that middle hole is not at the middle. Okay, it is slightly shifted towards the first hole. Okay, the reason is the difference between the notes. Okay, we'll learn in this very short time that when we say sa to re, okay, it's a definitely higher note. It is a higher by one tone. Okay, one tone means generally we say one swar. If you go with the harmonium, the one switch of the harmonium is equal to semitone, which is half note. Okay, so sa to re is a one note up. So that means sa to re is a two switch up there. Okay, so what we call as a one tone. So one tone is made up of two semitone. So when there is a distance of tone, it's easy. No, from sa to re is a one tone difference. Okay, that's why we open this hole full. Re to ga is again one tone difference. That's why we open this hole full. Ga to ma is a semitone. Okay, and for that reason we have to open this hole half. Okay, because if you open this hole full, it will go one tone, whereas ga to ma is a semitone only. Okay, ga to ma is a semitone, ma to tivra ma is a semitone. That means if you go ga to one tone up, it will give you tivra ma, but we want suddha ma. Okay, so moving towards next, ma to pa is a semitone, is a tone. Okay, so from this position, if I move this is a semitone, and from this position if I close all those holes, it is again semitone. Okay, so semitone plus semitone makes tone. So from this position to closing all position will give you one tone higher, that will make pa. Okay, now again this hole is made up of one tone, so this position to this will give us dha. Okay, this to this will give us ni, one tone. But if I open this hole, see, first ni to sa is a semitone, just like ga to ma. Okay, so if this is hole, if I play full, that too I am getting sa. That means this hole is made up of semitone. Okay, it is not designed as per the tone. And to make this sound semitone, this hole placement is had somewhat disturbance. Okay, if you have put this at the tone, it may be had the same way. But again, in that way we cannot get sa if I put it in this one tone. Okay, so just to make it sound semitone, this position is shifted towards the upper hole, and this size of hole is smaller compared to other holes. Okay, so you remember this the graph of the sargam. Sa to re is a one tone. Okay, re to ga is a one tone. Ga to ma is a half tone, what we call as a semitone. Okay, ma to pa is again tone. Pa to dha is again tone. Dha to ni is a tone, and ni to sa is a semitone. Okay, so two notes we have with the difference of semitone, that is ga to ma and ni to sa. All the other notes are at the tone. Okay, now the notes which has a tone difference, they has one extra semitone between them. Okay, so that is called the minor notes. Okay, so suppose you understand this is a step, this is a sa. Okay, Re is on the second step. Okay, this is ground to semitone, semitone to tone. This is the re. That means this place has to be addressed. Now this place can be addressed two way. Okay, that you address this step. It is a up from the down, the first step, or you address this step is a down from the second, third step. Okay, so that's what we call as a tivra or komal. In English we call it a sharp and flat. Suppose this is the step A, okay, and this is the point. I can tell that this second step is a sharper than A. Same way I can say that this place is flatter than B. Okay. So in Western music they have two different names with the same point, whereas in classical music we have fixed that if it is between sa and re, we should always look it from the re, not from the sa. Okay, so that's why it is called komal re. Okay, we never say this is a tivra sa. Fine. So this is a sa, this is a re. Between them, this position is called as a komal re. Always komal re, not tivra sa. How to play that? Very simple. When we play re like this, you open the whole half. Okay, like this. See, suppose this is sa, this is re, but we want a step which is middle to that. So this way we can play half open. Okay. Now people have two kind of tendency of opening the hole. One is to lift it half, or one is to slide it half. Anyway, both are okay. Okay, whatever comfortable to you, but it should be exactly at the half of that. So suppose if my sa is here, sa, then major re, the Shuddha re is re. But if I want to produce komal re, sa re, go with this sound. Okay, so this semitone we call as a komal re. Whereas in a Western classical music they have both different names. Either they can say sharper from the down point. They can also say flatter. Flat means komal, sharp means tivra. But we have fixed it. Okay, always we go with the komal re name. Now same position is between re to ga. Okay, this is re, this is ga. Okay, so this position can be addressed with the two name, either tivra re or komal ga. So we have already two name of re, Shuddha re and komal re. So there is no meaning of giving another name from re. So we prefer ga to be addressed with this position. So this position is called as a komal ga. Okay, like this. This is re, re, ga. Now re, ga. This is komal. So this is the second minor note, komal ga. Now ga to ma is already semitone. Okay, so there is no possibility that we open it full. We always open it half because ga to ma is a semitone. Ga ma. Now from ma to pa is a one tone. Okay, that means there is a one space between ma and pa. And that is this space. If I open my finger full, that is semitone up from ma. Okay. It was like this half. If I go like this is semitone up. Now here either you name it from the reference of ma, then it will call tivra ma. Okay, it's a tivra, not ta. Ta is a saptak. Okay, this is a tivra. That means it's a semitone up from the ma. Another option you call it komal pa. If you name it through the reference of pa, it can be komal pa. But two notes in the sargam, sa and pa, they are achal swar. Okay, we don't give their name to any other positions. Okay, because they are the pillar of the sargam. Like sa to re to ga to ma. The difference is tone, semitone. Same is the pa to dha to ni to sa. Okay, so that's why we always put the tanpura with pa along with sa. Because with the sa and pa, these are at the exactly middle position. So sa is at this point, then pa is exactly at the middle. Okay, so it helps us to draw the dha ni sa, okay, from the pa. So that's why we never give any other position name with the name of sa and pa. Okay. So here we have only one option left, that is tivra ma. Okay. So that's why we don't say it komal pa, it's always tivra ma. Now pa to the, again one tone, fine. So this position we can name as a two options, either tivra pa or komal dha. So but we decided not to give pa and sa name to any other note, so only option is komal pa, komal dha. Okay, like this. This is pa. This is komal dha. This is shuddha dha. Fine. Now dha to ni, this is a one tone. And this position can be given name from the two references, either tivra dha or komal ni. We already have two dha, shuddha dha and komal dha. So we prefer it to give through the name of ni. So if it is a ni, then half of that, it is komal ni. Okay, this is shuddha ni. And ni to sa is already semitone. So there is no any possibility that you make it half. Even if you will make it half, it won't sound neither ni, it won't sound sa. It will be something out of tune. Okay, so there is no meaning of playing it half. It's always either closed or it is fully open. Okay, so now tell me how many minor notes we discovered. One between sa to re, it was komal re. One between re to ga, it was komal ga. This one. One between ma and pa, it was tivra ma. Tivra ma. Okay. One between pa and dha, it was komal dha, like this. One between dha and ni, it was komal. That's it. There is nothing between ni and sa. So four notes we have komal: re, ga, dha, and ni. Okay, these are the komal notes possible, and only one note tivra, which is that tivra ma. When you play the flute with all open holes, this one, this is tivra ma. No, when we are learning to blow the flute, we mostly hold the flute like this. And then we blow. So at a time the sound that is coming out is a tivra ma. Okay. So why we came to this theory? Because this place is not that even. Okay. That was the purpose why we were discussing all this thing. But when you put your hands, when you put your fingers, it should be covering the hole exactly the same way when what your upper hand is covering. Okay. So there should be no any difference. See, the thumb to index finger, the same. Index finger to middle finger is the same. Middle finger to ring finger again should be same. So people have this upper hand very clear. Mostly 90% people they have correct position with it. But when it comes to down hand, they have this kind of fingering or some different kind of fingering, or they have some problem with the down hand. So one of the reason is their thumb position. Okay. Now again we go for the step by step. For now you can hold the flute with your upper hand like this. The way we hold the object like this. Okay. Yeah. From the upper hand, correct. Yeah. Now open your hand, your down hand. Okay. For the righty people, it will be right hand. For the lefty people, it will be left hand. Now understand that we will not put thumb first. Okay. It should be in the air. Throughout we set the finger. Okay. It should not go and stick to the bamboo at all. This is the first mistake we generally do. So we have hold that flute from this hand just because of that you don't need the support to put the thumb. Okay. So keep this thumb open and with that in the L direction. It should not come here. Thumb should not come here, and it should be kept open. Okay. Now, so first finger will have just like this finger. If you have circle here, so same way we have circle here for the first finger. So it is this one. Okay. Try everybody. Put this way. Okay. Yes. Without thumb sticking. Also keep it out. उसको अंदर नहीं जाना, बाहर ऐसा रहेगा, ऐसे नहीं होगा. Okay. Fine. Now parallel to that, put the second finger. So what is the angle for that? It is somewhere here. Okay. Like this. Very good. Perfect. Okay. Thumb open, and there you can slightly tilt these two fingers in order to put in the third finger. Correct. And this will be with the tip again. So this way. This is the position for that. Okay. Everything is just like the upper hand, just like this. Only that this index finger to thumb distance can be slightly lesser than this first hand. Okay. If it is a 2 finger, or let's say it's a 1.5 finger, then this can be a 1 finger distance, or maybe slightly more than that, because we don't have that space here, that much space. And also to cover this distance, which is not even, you may have to get this thumb slightly inside, but not that much that it comes under the fingers. It should always be outside the finger, like this. Okay, see. If you can go with this, if you can hold the flute with only one hand like this, where your little finger is also open. Okay, you have just get the flute with the first 3 fingers and the thumb like this, straight. That means your hand is correctly placed, properly placed. Then only you can balance the flute like this. Okay, with the one hand only. Correct. Now the role of this little finger is there. When you play, suppose paw, or any of the finger is closed, this little finger can be open like this. Okay. During paw it will be open. During the it will be open. During knee it will be open. But as soon as we go sa, where all these 3 fingers are open, there it has to come to support the bamboo. Or else this finger will not be able to detach from the bamboo. Many people they play like this. This hand always gets stuck with this because they haven't put this finger to balance it. Okay. This playing finger should always be free to play. No any other responsibility should be given to the playing fingers. Okay. So as soon as we move from dha to knee, knee to sa, keep your little finger on the roll. Why we don't need this little finger? Because there we have already chin to support. Okay. So at the upper part we have these 2 supports. This one. One is thumb, one is chin. But in the down part we don't have 2 supports. There is only thumb. So when you move from sa and onwards, like sa, re, ga, ma, that time we have to have this little finger playing that role of balancing the flute. See. Okay. As soon as we move knee to sa, this finger should be set there. Okay, we go one by one. Go very slow. When you go sa, put this finger to balance. Correct. It will go simultaneously. It will keep up, it will keep down. So ni sa, ni sa, ni sa. Correct. And it will stick there till we come back to pa again. So sa, re, ga, ma, pa. At the time of pa, either we can keep it here, not a problem. It's not mandatory to lift it. But if you are not comfortable keeping it here while pa, dha, ni, that time you can lift it. Okay. Many people they just keep it here for all the notes like this. You always stick the, that is also okay. But I have a tendency of lifting them if it is not in use. Okay. It will come into use when only we go for sa, re, ga, ma during that time. Okay. So try. For sa, try to put it the finger. See? The time when it is getting up, the same time it is going down. Correct. Correct. And then when we come down, ma. Very good. As soon as we go from pa to ma, again this will stick to balance the bamboo like this. Okay. Good. Sir. You have this finger stick. I cannot see because. Correct. Very good. Come down. Sa ni da pa. Ni. As soon as you come to ni, you can open this finger. Okay. Go very slow in your practice. Go very slow so that you can observe whether my finger is closed or open or not. Okay, like this. Okay. Sometimes you just practice ni to sa, ni to sa. This finger will get up. This will go down. There is a role of this little finger that it is halfly used. For padani we don't need it. For saregama we need it. Okay, so that you should keep in your practice in then one finger that is we use halfly, and as soon as you move from pa to pa, it will come into the account. Pam ma pa ma like this. Sir. Correct. Pa. Very good. Down. For ma, are you using this finger or it is away from the bamboo? For ma. Okay, this is not there, no? Yes. So take care that this finger we don't use during ma to hold the flute. Okay, should be only the little finger in that account. Like that, correct. Even if the Suddhama, half, correct. Correct. Because some people, they have tendency of putting this finger on the hole when they play ma, like this. Okay. So this should not happen. Sa, re, ga, ma. All the hole, whatever hole is open in the bamboo flute, all the other holes are open down to that. This position is never there, or that position is never there. Okay. So always make sure the hole that is open, all the down holes from there should be open, should not be closed. There is no reason of closing them. It will unnecessarily block your sum and some frequency, resulting in distuning of the sound. Okay. Yes.
Guruji, how should be the position of the finger during Tivrama?
Tivrama. Yes, I will come to that, sir. I will come to that. हाँ, फिर से प से सा तक जाइए, लोअर ऑक्टेव प से हायर ऑक्टेव सा तक. करेक्ट. रेगमा में ये वाला फिंगर नहीं, ये वाला फिंगर लगाइए. हाँ, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. माँ, यहाँ पे इसको नहीं चिपकाना. माँ, हाँ, करेक्ट. now the role of this pinky finger, little finger is going up. Good. Just take care of this angle. Angle is coming up side. Okay. If you can put it down side, just wrist को घुमाना. आपका जो इनिशियली स्टाइल ऑफ प्लेइंग है वो ऐसा है, स्टाइल ऑफ होल्डिंग थोड़ा ऊपर की तरफ रहता है, उसके साथ थोड़ा कंफर्ट कम मिलता है. ओके, उसको रिस्ट को घुमाइए, इट शुड बी गोइंग डाउन बोथ ऑफ द हैंड्स. सी दिस इज स्ट्रेट, दिस इज टोटली स्ट्रेट, दिस इज स्लाइटली टिल्टेड डाउन. इन योर केस दिस इज टिल्टेड अप. ओके, सो इट शुड बी डाउन. Same way here also. So when you put the first finger itself, it should be down. This is straight. When I am putting it, make it 10 degree down. Then all other finger will follow it. Okay. The second finger, third finger. तो हाथ हमारा ये सीधा है, ऐसा रहेगा, slightly. उसी हिसाब से practice करना. Now the gentleman Sri Krishna ji has raised a very good question. How to play Tivrama with perfect balance? Because when we play Tivrama, all 6 fingers are open. Okay, it's very easy. See, now you see what are the actually support of the bamboo. Fine, because these playing fingers are not support of the bamboo, they are the playing fingers. So the way we open the sa, okay, so this has to be there, little finger should be there, and re, ga, ma. Okay, so all the 6 fingers should be totally detached from the bamboo. None of them should stick to the bamboo to balance it. For the balancing we have thumb. First of all, we have chin. Okay, so the upper hand thumb actually pressing the flute towards the face, whereas chin is holding the flute there. So slightly give your thumb the pressure towards the face, slightly, and then it will balance. But it will only balance the half of the flute. For the end of the flute, for the tail of the flute, we have to have these 2, thumb and the little finger when we play Tivrama. Okay, so this, see, try everybody to just hold, not to blow, just to hold. Like this. Okay. Only 3 fingers touching the bamboo is thumb, little finger. Open the lamp. Correct. Now try to lift little bit. Yes. So one should practice to have this position just for 2 minutes. Okay. That if you can hold it for 2 minutes, that means your all the fingers, all the thumb supporting fingers are at the correct position. Then only you can hold it for longer time. Okay? Yes. Very good. श्री कृष्णा जी, आप दिखाइए जरा.
Yes, I got it. But many times what happens if you start doing it falls down.
Can you on your video? Your video is off.
Yeah.
हाँ.
While playing Tivrama,
Yes.
The flute sometimes falls down.
Yes.
Like this.
Correct. Then you should check the position of your upper hand thumb. This thumb. This. Okay. It should press little bit towards the chin, the flute, and the chin at the other side. It will try to balance the flute like this. See, I am pressing it little bit towards the chin. Try. Try. Okay. See, this way. Like. Okay. And this hand is just like a position of sa. The way we play sa, same way. This thumb has to push the flute little towards the chin, and opposite the chin it will try to balance it. See, like this. Even if I take this thumb out, okay, now then again it will get balanced. Okay? But you should not take it thumb out. See, thumb is like an address for the fingers. If you move your thumb, your finger will forget their places, where to go. So thumb should never be, once it is set as per the fingers, we should never move it. Okay, it is like a lock for the finger, that even if you open it, you close it, it will come to the right place. You will never find any person that if he is playing sa, li and his finger is going somewhere else, it will always come to the same place because of the thumb only. For other instrument, they may misplace the position. If suppose harmonium is there, they may go to one switch to another switch, but the flutist will never go one hole to another hole, because of that thumb is always keeping the finger on the correct position. If you move the thumb, then everybody will get out of the positions there. Okay, so we should always keep the thumb down, thumb on the correct position. And for playing Tivrama, this thumb has a major role. upper thumb has a major role. It will push the bamboo towards the chin and it will balance between your thumb and chin, the bamboo. Okay. Never try to hold the flute like this with the stick finger. Should always open. Okay. So this is all about gripping and holding of the bamboo correct way. But if you find any still, if anybody has a problem, you can just let me know. Okay. Now the best way to know that whether your fingers are correct or not is to play. Yeah. Yeah, you want?
Yeah, the food and
Yeah. So then just 2 minutes, 5 minutes break. He has to collect some information. Then we again start. Yeah. Just 5 minutes break, water break. I also take some water. Videos? I'm going in Odisha, Odisha.
Oh, I know. Gurukul.
Yes, Gurukul.
Originally from?
I'm from Gujarat. But I've been there last 10 years.
So Calcutta.
I went to Calcutta also.
Performance.
Yeah, performances and workshops very frequently.
So when I read in today's newspaper,
Yes.
that you are coming here, I thought I must have respecting that thing.
Yes.
I'm not actually went today.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
on my last tablet today.
Thank you so much.
I was coming to meet you.
Yes.
I think you are moving right from COVID days.
Yes.
This is what kept me sane.
Yes.
Otherwise, you would have gone insane.
Thank you.
So he is working in the office, you know,
Yeah,
special duty
Yeah.
for
I was
the
in
governor
Yes.
office.
Yes.
So I've taken a break now. It's a very strenuous,
Yeah.
very interesting. The governor is a airline,
Yes.
one in the boss.
Yes.
Very ground zero approach.
Correct.
Wherever there is problem,
You will
he
go.
takes his enterprise, goes to the catastrophe. It's wonderful. But at this age, I was in Dubai. So at the old age, I got opportunity to work for a governor. But right from 6 o'clock, 24/7,
Yeah.
we have to be at least service.
You have flute with you?
Yeah.
You have the flute with
I
you?
bring it tomorrow.
Or you can take it mine.
Today,
For
I
today.
came just to meet you and
That's okay. But if you are, because you are already here, you can try hand any of this flute. What general scale you play?
eat.
E. Yeah, then you get it.
And
Take it from me.
so you just continue, goes
For
up
5 days.
up to
Day of
4
first
hours
day.
every day.
Yeah, 10 to 4. He will inform you.
Okay.
So thank you. Please.
You take it
Find
5
out
minutes.
what it is.
I will.
How many people are going to you?
5 only. 6.
Okay. Yes. Yes, we again continue the thing. So, two things. One was the blowing, and another was the gripping. We have just discussed, and one more thing is the posture. Okay, so posture should be as straight as possible. and all the grip should go tilted down, thumb should be out, and the one more thing that I forget to mention, that our fingers should be bending from the second joint. This is the second joint. Okay, this is the first joint, this is the second joint, this is the third joint. Okay, many times we have a tendency of bending the fingers from the third joint. Better you can bend it from the second joint. Okay, this is more natural position, like this. Another is like this, but it will give unnecessary weightage to wrist and sometimes elbows. Now to make it more relaxed, we have bend from the second joints, like this. Okay, see, this is the third joint, this is the second joint. Correct. And always try to put the fingers in a down direction, like this position. Okay. If you have tendency of putting thumb in front of flute, just try to make it down under the flute, like this. Okay. Yeah, from this point to this point. Yes. So you can come from this here. So it will be easy for me to see. Yes. So this way. Okay. See, if my thumb goes upside, then my finger will start moving for the third joint, like this. So from there we should put it. So first of all we have to open the thumb. Okay. Open the thumb, put the fingers down, then you put the thumb under the flute. Yes, correct. This. Then try to relax this part. Very good. Good. Nice. Same with the down hand. Make sure that your thumb is under the flute, like this. Should not be like this. इस तरीके से should be like this. Okay, okay, see, like that. And then this is coming from the second joint to the down, and also the finger should be tilted towards down, not this way up. Should be going down. These are the mainly 2-3 things. That finger should be down, thumb should be up. It should bend from the second joint, okay, and your position should be straight. If all these points are checked up, that means you are good to go with the intermediate things. Okay. This is all about the introductory thing. Blowing, gripping this way, and should be able to hold that grip. We should do one by one. So please play it. Lift it, little bit, yeah, and face straight. Correct. Keep the body straight also. Yeah, little out. Play. Very good. Now keep the ma lesser, slightly lesser. Yeah. So. Correct. Same time, sa, ni, half, ma, lesser, correct. There is one more solution for this. See, when we move from ma to pa, that time do not close this hole, let it be open. See, like this. Sa, re, ga, open, ma, let it be open for pa also. Okay. Why? It has two benefits. First benefit is when you move from ma to pa and again pa to ma, then this will save the time. Because if you have a tendency of closing it, then again you have to reset it to half. But if you have a tendency of keeping it as it is, it won't make any disturbance to pa. Okay, don't think that if I play this, if I open it may make the paw out of you. No, the paw will remain same, but it will help you to come to the ma very faster, and that to be a very accurate place, because we haven't changed ma. It is at the same position. See. So when we play ma pa, that is the hardest transition in the flute, right? So if you have a tendency of keeping it half open while playing ma pa, it will help you to have correct ma every time. Many people have the tendency of playing this very full. That is again wrong. Yeah, if you are playing something with a tivra ma, then it is okay. If you are playing, then that is okay. But if you are playing some ragas with a suddha ma, that time it should be always half. Okay, it should be the same. What is your ma position should be same while playing pa. Don't close on pa. Keep it half. Ma pa, ma pa, ma pa. Correct. Like this. Sir, आप try करिए. Try करिए कि वो अपनी जगह पर ही रहे. Stick to the same place. Correct. See? No any change in the first finger. Correct. Better. Keep it there. Keep it stick to the ma pa. Better. Sir. Go slow. Sa. Re. Don't close. Yes. Down. Especially when we come down, sa ni da pa. As soon as we close this finger, this should lift the half. Correct. Correct. Okay. So always have practice playing ma to pa to ma without disturbing this finger. Should not be open, should not be closed. Same half. The other benefit of this is in higher octave. Suppose if we play higher octave pa with this ideal condition of all finger closed, that is very hard. We have to blow so much. The reason is when we are blowing, all the holes are closed. There is only one way to come the blow out. Okay. So the more we blow, the blow gets back to the blowing hole. Okay. It's making even difficult to blow for harder. So what we can do, we just open this hole half, so that all the extra air can come out of this point. Okay. And anyway, it is not going to disturb pa tuning. Okay. So having this in the higher octave, it will give you better clarity on higher octave pa with the lesser effort. Now keep it half and close the other fingers. it is getting little more open. Keep it half. Correct. When we come down, pa ma ga re sa. Sir. Sa re ga ma pa. Keep that ma little less and keep it open while pa. Correct. Down. As soon as we come to pa, sa ni da pa, this will get it up. Same time. Dha pa. We don't need to go to ma, just go slow. Keep it open, no? For ma. Sa li da pa ma. Pa. What I want to say is, when we play pa, that time this can be open. Not all three, only this one. Simultaneously it should come up. Yes. Shuddha Madhyam. Should not go for Tivra Madhyam, should Shuddha Madhyam. Simultaneously. Then we will go for ma. Ma. Okay. So your finger is already set to ma before you go to play ma. Once again. It is sounding pagaresa. Sa ni da pa ma. Play ma. Correct. The only thing is, when you are going to pa, simultaneously we are lifting this finger half. But it is not ma, it is pa. Then we will move to ma after that. Right?
Guruji, how to play higher octave?
Higher octave pa. Yes, I come to the higher octave also. Yeah. Very good. Okay, and the same thing is for the higher octave. Even if you go to higher octave, here we open the half, it will remain half, other 5 fingers will close. Okay. So the higher octave is the same way, just keep this finger half open like a ma. Try everybody. Correct. Only higher octave pa. Sa re ga ma pa. Correct. This way. इसको पूरा नहीं खोलना. If you play it open, full open, then when you will come to ma, again we have to set it. See, आपका क्या हो रहा है? सा रे गा मा पा. अभी ma में वापिस सेट करना पड़ेगा. हमको ऐसा चाहिए कि वापिस सेट ना करना पड़े. So सा रे गा मा पा मा. अभी भी थोड़ा खुल जाता है ज्यादा. See. Check this finger. Okay, when I go to pa, when I return to ma. For ma, for pa, for ma, it will be the same place. No any further opening or further closing. Same way. Suppose if I have a tendency of putting up, it will take some time to adjust the finger. Okay, we don't want to give that time also. We stick to the half. Okay, ji, Sri Krishna ji, please.
Can we play Tivrama in higher octave?
Yeah, same way. If you open all the fingers, open all the fingers, all 6 fingers. Yes, that is Pa. This is Tivrama, like this, all open. Correct. See, this is Sa, higher octave, higher octave, higher octave, Tivrama, higher octave. This is Tivrama, and all close. It's a Pa. Yes. Clear, Sri Krishna ji? Good. One more thing we forget to discuss about this writing of this Tivrama and Shuddhma and Komalma with the saptak. Okay. So when we come to the writing, that is called lipi. Okay. So we have 2 established lipi in Hindustani music. So we have 2 musicologists. One is Pandit Vishnu Digambar Paluskar. He first invented this technique of writing music, because before that it was only singing and listening all this time. So he thought to preserve the music, okay, so to preserve the protocols of the raga, one should be able to write it. So then he discovered some way of describing the different octaves, describing the different notes. Like if it is a komal, then you give some sign; if it is a tivra, then you give some sign. So it was a very initial stage. Then he started. After him, Pandit Vishnu Digambar Paluskar was the first one. Vishnu Narayan Bhatkhande came, and then he did some rectifications, because in the Paluskar's lipi it was a mix of signs. Like he was using a line for the octave, he was also using line for the komal swar. Okay, he was using dot for the octave, he was also using the dot for the other purpose. So then Bhatkhande ji came, and then he even more regularized, even more filtered the lipi, and nowadays what we mostly use is a Bhatkhande lipi. Okay, so according to the Bhatkhande lipi, we always mention the octave with a dot. Okay, and we always mention the minor notes, that is komal and tivra, through line. That is clear. Dot is for the octave, lines are for the minor notes. Okay, now first we go with the octave. So what is the octave? See, octave in the music, we go from one note to another frequency, one frequency to another frequency. So like generally the notes are the frequency, the rising frequency, sa to re, re to ga to ma. So till the 7th frequency, ni, when we go to the 8th frequency, it is actually double frequency of the sa. Okay, double of the sa. So as per the sound engineering or the law of sound, when the frequency is double, it will match with the same frequency. Suppose my sa is at 100 Hz. I go re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, and the 8th frequency that I am getting is a 200 Hz. There. So there it sounds, it is not sounding the same way, but it matches with the sa. Okay. So that's why we didn't give the new name to that note. We again give the same name sa. Okay. Then you move to the next note, that frequency is a double of re. Okay. Then you move to the third note, it's a frequency that double of ga. So after every 7 note, the frequency get double of the what previous note it was. Okay. So that's why we give the same name to the next frequency. So this is how we develop sa re ga ma pa dha ni, again sa re ga ma pa dha ni, again sa re ga ma pa dha ni. Just like a number, we have only 0 to 9 number. We repeat them. Just put 1 before them, becomes 10 to 19. Now you put 2 before them, becomes 20 to 29. Okay, same way. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni. Then again the 8th frequency is sa. Why? Because it is double of the first frequency. Then again sa re ga ma pa dha ni. Then 8 is a double of this and 4 times of the first sa. Okay, and then this charts, logarithmic charts keep on going. So this way we can have so many octaves. Our range of the ears are like from 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz that we can listen. Okay, so between this 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz there can be 8 to 9 octaves there can be. But in the music, only 3 octaves is more than enough. Okay. The range of vocal is like somewhat 3 octaves, not even 3, lesser than 3. By practice, somebody can go to the lower octave sa and do the higher octave ni. But generally, it is stick with from pa to pa, the same as the Bansuri range. Okay. In the harmonium or in this keyboard, we have 7 octaves, 8 octaves. But actually, they are not used to play the music. They are used to support the music. If somebody is singing, let's say Saregama of this octave, they just play in the next octave to sound it better. Doesn't mean that we are singing in this octave. This is impossible to sing in that high frequency. Okay. So the octave is sa to ni, and then again repetition of sa to ni, like this. So in general, we use 3 octave. The one which is we are most comfortable with, which is not so high, which is not so low, that is we call as a middle octave, madhya, saptak. Okay, octave is a saptak, middle is a madhya. So this Saregama Padani, that what we are playing. This is the middle octave. Okay. Now middle octave may vary from person to person. Like somebody is singing sa re ga. For somebody, other people, they can be ga as a sa. That's what we call as a scale. Okay. When we are all people playing together, we have to have sa at the same place. That is called the scale. Okay. When we say E, that means E is our sa. Okay. If somebody say F, then F is their sa. Okay. So it can vary from person to person, instrument to instrument. But whatever sa that you have taken, if you go 6 notes up from that, that is your middle octave. Sa re ga ma pa da ni. After this ni, the second octave will start. Okay, that we call as a higher octave. In the higher octave, we have only 5 notes: sa, re, ga, ma, pa, which can be easily played. Other notes we can play, but it is not the standard way. Okay, the standard way we can play up to sa, re, ga, ma, pa only in the higher octave. So this is the higher octave. That is the end of the flute. Okay. And in other instrument, we can go for dha, we can go for ni, but in the flute we end on the higher octave pa. Whereas in the lower octave, the octave which is down to your middle octave, okay, there also we should have 7 notes, sa re ga ma pa da ni, but in flute we don't have sa re ga ma from the lower octave. The lowest note that is available is lower octave pa, this note, this one. This is the lowest note available for us. Then this is lower octave dha. This is lower octave ni, and here the lower octave finish. Okay. The lowest is the lower octave pa, followed by lower octave dha, then lower octave ni. Every octave starts on sa, finish it on ni. So once you have ni, that means this is going to be the next octave after that. Okay. So lower octave pa, lower octave dha, lower octave ni. Now we go for middle octave sa, middle octave re, middle octave ga, middle octave ma, middle octave pa, middle octave dha, middle octave ni. Now it's the end of middle octave. Now we enter into the higher octave sa, higher octave re, higher ga, higher ma, and higher pa. There the higher octave ends for the flute. Okay. So in general we can say the range of the flute is from lower octave pa to higher octave pa. Okay. And what is the sign of the octave? Dot. Suppose if I write this pa, okay, this is the pa. Now if I want to show that this is the lower octave pa, I will write it like this. Okay, this is the lower octave pa. Now for lower octave dha, we write dha and dot below that. This is lower octave dha. Then lower octave ni. This is the lower octave ni. Fine. After that it will be middle octave sa, like this. But for middle octave we don't need any sign. That means if the note is there without sign, there is a middle octave note. Sa, re, it may not be visible for that. Ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. Now the end of middle octave. Now we have higher octave. So this is sa of higher octave. We put dot above the note. Okay. If the dot is down the note, it's a lower octave. Mandra saptak. If the note is above the note, it is a higher octave. Okay, like this: sa, then re, okay, ga, ma, this way, and pa. Here the flute limit ends. Okay, so we have lower octave pa to the higher octave pa. In the lower octave, 3 notes. This is lower octave. This part. Pa, dha, ni. Okay, how it sounds? Try everybody. Lower octave pa. Pa. Then go for dha. Go for ni. Lower octave finish. These 3 notes finish. Then enter sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, di. These 7 notes are of middle octave, madhya saptak. Only the middle octave we have full. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha. So try. Slow. Sa, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. Correct. This is the 7 notes belong to middle octave. Then you go to the next note, is a higher octave sa, followed by higher octave re, higher ga, higher ma, higher pa. These 5 notes. This one, higher sa, higher re, ga, ma, pa. So with that, one by one. Sir, play. Open little more. Ma, open little more. Correct. Sir, play. Very good. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Play again, pa, pa. Very good. Keep this up. Keep this up. Correct. Okay. Sri Krishna ji, can you play all these 15 notes?
Yeah.
Go very slow. Better you go one blow, one note only. Now, once we cross the middle octave ma, and when we go for middle octave pa, this point, here from this we have each note 2 position, either the down one, either the upper one. Suppose if I blow pa, either I can go lower octave pa, either it can be middle octave pa. Same for the lower octave ga or middle octave ni. Lower octave ni, middle octave ni. Middle octave sa or higher octave sa. Middle octave re or higher octave re. So when we are playing in this second layer, there we have to have a good velocity of the blow. Now see, when we play the flute, when we blow the flute, blowing has a two parameter. One is a quantity, the amount of blow that we are giving to it. Okay, that is responsible for the loudness of the instrument. Suppose if I am playing sa, the more and more blow I will give, it won't go for the higher octave sa. It will be just loud at some extent. After that, it won't go loud. Okay, see. So if you want to increase the volume of the instrument, you give more quantity of the blow. But if you want to change the octave, okay, their quantity is nothing useful. What is useful is the velocity, the force that you are putting it. Okay, you can understand this with the example of water pipe. Suppose the pipe with the water is flowing there, water is flowing inside the pipe. The total amount of water is a quantity which is responsible for the volume. Now if you want to make the force from that same amount of water, how you can do it? Just pinch the pipe. Okay, so same way, when you are supposed to increase the velocity, supposed to increase the force of your blow, just pinch your blow, your lips. Okay, like this. This is the normal position. This is for the higher octave. How we do it? We just narrow the holes. We narrow the lips, and also there is a contribution from the vocal part. Okay, the way we sing it, sa, re, ga. This is something inside which is getting the blow with the force from our throat. Same force you apply when you are playing the higher octave there. Okay. If you find that when you are playing it, sometimes it is going to the down octave like this. That means your blowing is not that steady, that velocity is not steady that it can hold you for that. So for that purpose, for that problem, just hold for the shorter time like this. इतना बजाना है. Okay. Then you try to stretch your force. Sometimes you have the sound which is both higher octave also and the middle octave also, or middle octave and lower octave also, like this. That means you are at somewhere threshold of that octave changing. Okay, so in that place just give more force and it will be in the middle octave, or reduce it and it will be the lower octave. Okay, so people finding difficulty with the maintaining the octave, they can go with a short breath like this. When every time you are getting the perfect octave, then you stretch the blow. Yeah, this will be perfect. Yeah.
You have marker.
Yeah, I have marker. Yeah, yes, thank you. If you find that my sound is going down, then you make it shorter. This much only. And then you try to stretch. Or another option, suppose you are getting the higher octave re, but not the higher octave ga. Every time when you are playing ga, it is going down to middle octave. That time you try to stretch the ga from re. Okay, you get the note which is being played in the higher octave. From there you stretch it, the next note. Then we can hold it after that. Then you give the short breath to it. Okay, none of you have this problem, but if somebody comes to you having this problem, maybe your students or maybe your friend, then you can advise like this, that you get first the nearest possible note in the upper octave. Okay, from there you can stretch the finger and then you will get the appropriate octave there. Okay, everybody has having all three octave very clearly, lower, middle and higher. This is just a solution if it comes to your way. Okay, Sri Krishna ji, आप पूछना चाहते हैं कुछ इस पे?
नहीं, ठीक है, समझ गया.
Okay, okay. Please feel free to ask anytime. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So this was the first theory of octave. So we have three octaves: lower octave, middle octave, higher octave. Suppose if you want to just address the next octave, then you say higher. Okay, the same way you say lower octave. If in case if you want to address it, otherwise it is and the sign for that is that you put double dot. Suppose this is a lower octave pa, I want to say it's a lower. Okay, then it can be like this. Generally we don't need it, just for the knowledge. If you want to say higher, then it will be like this. Okay, double dot, not linearly in this way. Okay. Another sign is for the minor notes. Okay. Now, what are the minor notes? Komal and Tivra. See, we have major notes. So, major notes are Suddha Swar, what we call as a Suddha Swar. They are 7. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha and Ni. Then minor notes. Minor has 2 parts. Which are they? One is a Komal and another is a Tivra. Okay. We have 4 Komal notes. Which are they? Komal Re, Komal Ga, Komal Dha and Komal Ni. Now for Komal we have a sign that we should put underline for the Komal notes. So Re with line is a Komal Re, half open, this finger. Re without line is a Suddha Re, full open. Okay. See, the octave has nothing to do. Still we are discussing the middle octave only, let's say. Okay. So with this sign you can always show the note. If it is there, Komal. If it is not there, Suddha. Okay. Same way with Komal Ga. So if it is Komal Ga, then we keep this finger half. And if it is Suddha Ga, we lift this finger. For Komal Dha, it is this finger in a use, half. If it is not with the line, then you open the full finger. And same, this is Komalni, Suddhini. For Ma is the only Tivra Swar. And for the Tivra, we have sign this way. Okay. See, again the line. But not in this horizontal way, it's a vertical line over the Ma. Here, now we mix the octave with this. Suppose if I want to say Komal Re of lower octave. Okay, then what should be the sign? So first you put the line. Always give importance to the note. Suppose here we have 2 signs. One is dot, one is line. Okay, don't get confused whether should I put dot first or line first. Always the line first. Okay, so you write Re, Komal, and there you put the dot. Suppose if you want to say Tivra Ma of higher octave. Okay, so Ma, Tivra, higher octave. Okay, it should not be here or here or here, it should be exactly beyond that. Clear? So this way you have generally 2 signs, very important. One is for the octave, that is dot, one is for the line. Sir, please. Notes. You can just get the photograph. Anybody can get the photo and just paste, put it in our group. Yeah. Clear? So the dot is a sign of octave. If it is down, then lower. If it is up, then higher. And the line is a sign of note. If it is underline, then it is Komal note. If it is a vertical line, then it is a Tivra note. Clear? So this is the very basic science, that what we call as a lipi. And this was invented by Bhattacharya. Okay, before it was something different. For suppose let's say Komal Swar, it was like this. You write Ga with this cross line. Okay. For Tar Saptak it was like a dot. I don't remember. For the Paluskar. Okay. But this is more clear lipis for that. Okay. So don't go with this. Better we just go with simple Bhattacharya lipi. Okay. Fine. So what we have discussed till now: blowing, gripping, basic theory of octave, like we have 3 octaves this thing, and basic theory of major and minor notes. Okay. Till now, if you have any queries, please ask me. Anything about flute, about blowing, about positioning, about scale, Okay, now tell me, what is the scale? Why do we need to?
Hello.
Yes,
Excuse me, sir.
sir, please. Yes, I can.
Please show the text in more close-up view.
I will
We are
send.
not able.
I will send this picture to that group of our WhatsApp group.
Oh yeah. Thank
Okay, you will get the picture from that only.
you. Okay, no problem.
Okay. Now, what is the use of the scale? Why do we need to mention the scale every time? Okay. So see, how many scales are there? How many notes are there? First question is that. 12. Which are there? Sa re ga ma pa dha ni major, like what we did here. Okay. Yes. So sa is the first note. Okay. Then what is the next after sa? Immediately next, komal re. This is the one. Okay. What is next after this? Shuddha re. Okay. What is the next after that? Komal ga. What is the next after that? Shuddha ga. Let me write it. Let me write this. The very first note is a sa. Okay. If you go semitone higher, what it will come? Komal re. Okay. Are you getting? Sa is here. The next step to next step is a re. Fine. One tone. But this step is a komal re. So that comes next to sa. Exactly. So sa, then komal re, then shuddha re. Then you go one step up, komal ga. Okay. Then you go next step is a shuddha ga. Then you go next is a shuddha ma. Okay. Then next is tivra ma. Then next is pa. Next komal da. Next shuddha da. Next komal. Next shuddha. And next is a higher octave sa. So we don't consider it as a new note. This is not a new. This is the same note. Just only we change the octave. So sa, komal re 2, shuddha re 3, ga 4, shuddha ga 5, ma 6, tivra ma 7, pa 8, komal da 9, dha 10, komal ni 11, ni 12. Okay. So that means we have 12 notes. Out of them we just give 7 names to them. Other 5 notes name we are given deriving from the same 7 notes. Okay. So the notes name are 7, but the notes are 12. Okay. So all this position you can take as a sa. Okay. I can take this as a sa. I can take this as a sa. This up to 12. Okay. If you go to the 13th place, it will be the same of your first. Okay. So it's not like the new order. It's the same thing. So this all 12 different places can be your sa. Okay. So if you are playing alone, not a problem. If I am playing alone sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, at this any point it is okay. But suppose if I am playing with somebody where for him the sa is at here, let's say step number 4. Okay. For me, if the sa is at step number 7. Okay. If I play sa re ga and if he will play sa re ga, the frequency won't match there. Okay. Because our reference is different totally. Now to give the name to that reference, that is what we call as a scale. Okay. When you are saying my scale is E, that means in that keyboard, now this is the keyboard, see. You can see the 2 black are there and 3 blacks are there. Always the octave starts, the name starts from the white which is before the 2 black. Okay. So see, the first white is the switch which is just before the 2 black. Okay. That one. That is called C. Clear? Yeah. Next to that. Yeah, that is a C. Okay. Then next white, that is a D. Then next is a E. Next is a F. Next is a G. And actually this numbers are like this switch are like A to G. Okay. So after G it's not F, H, it's A again. Okay. So after G it's a A. Before that. Yeah, that is A. Then no, even before that. Correct. That is A. Then next is a B, and then next is a C. This one. Okay. Let me write it here. It will be more clear. See, the graph is like this. This is 2 black. Okay, this is 2 black. Here you have 1 white. Here you have second white. This is the third white here. Okay. Correct. Then we have 3 blacks here. Again, 1, 2, 3. This is another white. This is another white. This is another white. And here another white. Then again there will be 2 black. Like this. So it will continue. Okay. See, now can you see this place in that picture? See, these 2 blacks are there, same like these 2 blacks. The white before them, this one, this is C. Okay. This white, which is between 2 black, this one exactly, this is D. Okay. The white after the second black, just after the second black, is E. This white is F, this is G, and it's actually A to G going on. Okay, we start with the C, but actually it's a to G going on. So after G it's again A, after A it's again B, after B is C again, D, so D is here, then E and F, it will go. हाँ ये एक एक्स्ट्रा हो गया ना, हाँ ये नहीं है इसमें, C, D. Anyways, now we have remaining with this black name. Okay, so as we were discussing about the minor notes, now see this black in a Western music we can give this with the reference of C also, with the reference of D also, the name. Okay, so if I see this black, this is sharper than C, same black is flatter than D. Okay, so this can be named as either C sharp, this is the sharp, this is what we call as a tivra, and the same can be named as a D flat. Okay, the sign of the flat is small b. Okay, so same switch with, in the Western music we can call C sharp, D flat, not like a classical music. For us we always say second as a formal rate, we never said tivra sa. Okay, but for them it's a both name available there. Same is for second black. What can be the name of the second black? See, this is situated between D and E. So either this can be named as a D sharp, or this can be named as a E flat. Okay. So both are the same second black. This one, second black there. Now you go for the group of 3 blacks. This, the very first black. This is situated between F and G. See, there is a C, D, E, there is nothing between E and F. It's a 2 white switch together. Okay. So for the third black, which is situated into 4th white and 5th white, this is between F and G. This can be named as either F sharp or G flat. Okay. This can be named as G sharp or A flat. This is generally the scale for the female vocalist, and this is the generally scale for the male vocalist, C sharp. Okay, mostly you will find people singing either C sharp or D, means either they are taking this as a sa, or this as a sa, or this as a star. Okay, then D and D sharp, these are actually the scale for the string instrumentalists. You find mostly sitarist, violinist, sarod player, they have sa either on D or D sharp. For us, this is our scale, E. That means in this graph, you see that the group of 2 flag, just next to that second flag, the white is there. That is our E. Okay. Next, correct, that one. So that switch is our E. That means that is our sa. For female vocalist, it's a F sharp, a G sharp, or A sharp. This is the 4th flag. 1, 2, 3, 4th. Okay. The middle of that 3 flag, that is their sa in general. And this is the 5th flag, can be addressed as a sharp or B flat. So the range for the female vocalist is like either this A sharp, sorry, G sharp, A and A sharp. These 3 possibilities are there mostly. Okay, like us C, C sharp, D, they have this one G sharp, A or A sharp. So when you are accompanying them, then you should have one of this scale with you. Okay. So this is the scale theory. That means when I say I am playing E, that means my sa is on this switch. This is my reference, sir. Yes. Yeah, because just like our we give only 7 major notes. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni. Okay. These are minor notes. For them, we don't. If you go for the new name, then it will be considered as a major notes again. Okay. So we have 7 major notes, 5 minor notes. So that 5 minor notes should be addressed from the reference of the major. That's why we have this sharp and flat. Okay, sharp in our classical Indian classical music we call tivra. Okay, flat in Indian classical music we call komal. Suddha is a major. So sa re ga ma pa da ni is just like A B C D E F G. They are major. We have Suddha Swar. When we say sharp, that is tivra. That is only one in our case. That is tivrama. Okay. And komal we have 4. Komal re, komal ga, komal da, komal. But in their case, they give every minor note both of the name. Okay. So for this they have 2 names. For this they have 2 names. For all these minor notes they have 2 names. But for us, we minor name we have fixed the name. We don't give them 2 names, 2 different names. Only one. Either it will be komal or it will be tivra. Like that. Understood? So when we say the scale, that means any of this position we are taking as our sa. Okay. In general, we are taking E as a scale. So this is our sa. Okay. From this point, you count the switch. From this to this is a komal re. Okay. So just one switch is a semitone. So this is a sa. Then this is komal re. Okay. You count from there. So this is sa. This is komal re. This is suddha re. This is komal ga. This is suddha ga. This is ma. This is tivrama. This is pa. This is komalda. This is dha. This is komalni. This is ni, and see again on the sa we reach to E again. Okay. So you count any switch, the 12th switch will be the same one after that. The 13th switch I mean. If you start with any of this switch, you go 13th switch next, you will come to the next same position again. Because it's a group of 12 switch always there. So that 12 switch in our case is a 12 position, 12 notes. Out of them 12, 7 are major, 5 are minors. There. Clear? Yes. Sri Krishna, you want to ask anything about major minor and this scale theory?
No, I got it.
Okay, thank you. Now, so for us the next topic is Alankar. Okay, till now I think many people have good gripping already. Many people have the good blowing already. Now, how to master them? That every time when you hold it, should have the perfect grip, and you should be able to play with that. Okay, and how to master this octave? Sometimes we go to the lower octave, suddenly we go to the higher octave, suddenly we come to the middle octave. So our blow should have that ability to switch to that octave directly. Okay, so to overcome all this starting and beginning hurdle, what we do, we make a graph of the notes. Okay, so different type of graph of that notes. That is called the Alankar. Actually, the name Alankar is not right for this. When we say Alankar in Indian classical music, it is called ornamentation. So that ornamentation is like kan, khatka, murki. These are something advanced things. Okay, this is not actually the Alankar. This actually the name of this thing are called Palta. E-A-L-T-A. Palta means the thing which is getting written. Okay, returning again and we are applying again. For example, we just take the limit from sa to sa. Okay, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa is the thing. If I say that we will make a group of 3 notes. Okay, so what is the first 3 note from the sa? It will be sa, re, ga. Now this is my rule that we will make a group of 3 notes. From sa it is sa, re, ga. Now you make the same group of 3 notes from the next note. So next note is a re. Okay, from there 1, 2, 3. This group of 3 will be re, ga, ma. See, I write it here. So we just write the 7 notes: sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. Okay. Now from this group of 3 notes would be sa, re, ga. Okay. Now everybody should have their turn. Now make this as a starting point. From here, three notes would be re, ga, ma. Finish. Then make this as a starting point. Then ga, ma, pa. Now make this as a starting point. Ma, pa, da. This pa, da, ni, and we take another is this one. This is a dha, ni, sa. Okay. So that is called alankar. That we fix some rule that will take a 3 note pair. And then you are applying it to each note one after another. What you are getting, that is called ascending of the alankar, arrow. Okay. And same way, if you come from this right hand side to left hand side, this way. Okay. So how it will be? Now make this as a 1 or make this as a starting point and go 3 notes down. So sa, ni, dha. Fine. Now make this as a starting point. Go 3 notes down. Ni, dha, pa. Okay. Now this is a starting point. Dha, pa, ma. This is a starting point. Pa, ma, ga. Now this ma, ga, re. This ga, re, sa. Once you get to the last note, that is a termination of the alankar. This is called descending. Okay. Avro. Before it was arrow, ascending, and this is the descending avro. Clear? Now the same thing we can show with the number theory. Suppose this is my number 1 note, then what I want 3 notes. So it will be number 1, number 2, number 3. So simply I would say this is a 1, 2, 3. The rule is a 1, 2, 3. That means you apply sa will become 1. From there you get second note and third note. So output is a sa, re, ga. Now you make re as a 1. From there 1, 2, 3 would be re, ga, ma. Now you make ga as a 1. From there 1, 2, 3 would be ga, ma, pa. From ma as a 1, 1, 2, 3, ma, pa, da, pa, da, ni, and da, ni, sa. See, the constant is 1, 2, 3. Now in the descending, this is a 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay, sa, ni, da. Ni as a 1, ni, da, pa. Da as a 1, da, pa, ma. Pa as a 1, pa, ma, ga. Ma as a 1, ma, ga, re. Ga as a 1, ga, re, sa. Okay. So what we are doing, we are just applying 1, 2, 3 from each note till we get the highest note and ascending, and till we get the lowest note in the descending. Clear? Now if say my rule is 1, 2, the alankar rule is a 1, 2. Now what will be the ascending? Start from sa. From sa it will be 1, 2 would be sa is a 1 and 2 is a re. So what is the output? Sa, re. Clear? Now put re as a 1. What is the output? Re, ga. Because we just need 1 and second one. That's it. Now ga as a 1. Ga, ma. Next ma, pa. Next pa, da. Dha, ni, sa. Once you get the highest note, terminate. Then you start the descending. Same rule. 1, 2. Sa, ni. Then ni, da. Then dha, pa. Then pa, ma. Then ma, ga, re, sa. Suppose my rule is 1, 3. Okay, if my rule is 1, 3, then if taking sa as a 1, what will be the third note? Ga. So the first phrase is sa, ga. Now what will become 1? What will become 1? After sa, re will become 1. From there 1 3 would be re ma. Now this ga will become 1. So from 1 3 would be ga pa. Now ma will become 1. From there 1 3 would be ma dha. Now pa as a 1, then pa ni, and dha as a 1 is a da sa. Now descending, sa as a 1, sa da, ni as a 1, ni pa, da as a 1, dha ma, pa as a 1, pa ga, ma as a 1, ma re, and ga as a 1, ga sa. So try reading this 1 3. Just read it, say it. No need to play, just sing it. Sa. Sing it. We'll play it later. Correct. Now sing the same thing. Sing it. Sing. Go slow. Sa ga re ga ma pa da. Descending. Sa ni da pa ma ga. So all the alankars that we are going to play, we should always sing it first. Okay, it may possible that we can play it, but that is actually the fingers who are taking place. But actually, anytime whatever we play in instrument, our mind should be singing that, and we can only train our mind to sing through the vocal itself. Okay, so whichever alankar we are going to play, we'll first sing it. We see that whether we can process it or not. Okay, and while playing also, it should come through the mind. It should not be totally given to the fingers. If it is there, if you will skip some of the phrase, you won't realize. Suppose it's like saga, now instead of rema, you went to gapa. You won't realize that I have skipped rema. Okay. Only when we sing it, we can realize that we have made a mistake. Okay. Sir, you try 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose the rule is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now apply from sa. Next. Next. Very good. Here we get the sa, so we terminate. Now the descending. Very good. Correct? Okay. Sri Krishna ji, are you understanding this concept of numbering? Sri Krishna ji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Are you getting this concept of numbering the notes?
Yeah.
Okay. Suppose for you, just for practice, if we go 1 2 1 2 3. Okay. 1 2 3. Now what will be from sa as a 1 2 1 2 3?
Sa re ga.
Very good. Next.
Re ga ma.
Very good. Next.
Ga ma pa.
Very good.
Ma pa dha. Pa dha ni.
Very nice.
Dha ni sa.
Correct. Now the descending.
Sa ni dha.
Very good.
Ni dha pa.
Correct.
Dha pa ma.
Correct.
Pa ma ga.
Correct.
Ma ga re.
Right.
Ga, re, sa.
Perfect. Okay. So we'll go with some more such rules, and that picture of that rules we'll send it very soon to the group.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So same way, if we go to the range of our flute, that means instead of starting from sa, we can start from the lowest note, which is lower octave pa, and instead of ending it on higher octave sa, we can go for the highest note available, that is higher octave pa. Okay. So let me just write. Everybody, if they want to write, you can write. Otherwise, you will get the picture. So the which note is the lowest one? Lower octave pa, then lower octave dha, then lower octave ni, then middle octave sa, middle re, middle ga, middle ma, middle pa, middle dha, middle ni, higher sa, higher re, higher ga, higher ma, higher pa. Now suppose if my rule is just 1. Okay. If the rule is just 1, what will be the ascending? Pa, dha, ni, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa, re, ga, ma, pa. Okay. Everybody will have the same output from there. And descending pa, ma, ga, re, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa, ni, da, pa. Okay. Then we just discuss the rule 1, 2. Okay. Pa, dha, ni, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa, re, ga, ma, pa. Descending pa, ma, ga, re, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa, ni, da, pa. Okay. Then the next rule 1, 3. Fine. If it is a 1, 3, then pa, ni, da. Take each note from 1. So this will become 1. Da, sa, ni, re, sa, ga, re, ma, ga, pa, ma, da, pa, ni, da, sa, ni, re, sa, ga, re, ma, ga, pa. Now this is a 1 and this will be the direction. So pa, ga, ma, re, ga, sa, re, mi, sa, dha, ni, pa, da, ma, pa, ga, ma, re, ga, sa, re, mi, sa, da, ni, pa. Clear? Then we have 1, 2, 3. Okay? Very easy. Pa, da, ni, sa, re. The descending would be pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Then 1, that just we had discussion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Same. Pa, da, ni, sa, re, ga. How will be the descending? Pa, ma, ga, re, sa, ni. Okay? Now, some zigzag patterns. Suppose if I say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Pa, dha. Okay. Then again 1. So again pa, 2, dha, and 3, ni. Okay. Pa, da, ni. Now dha, ni, sa, ni, sa, re. From sa. Very good. Ga, ma, pa. Then re ga ma, ga ma pa. Descending. Pa ma ga re sa ni da pa ma ga re sa ni da pa. Now the another alankar is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. How it will be? Okay, we go one by one. After again 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct. Next. Re ga ma pa ma pa da ni sa da ni sa re ni sa re ga ma re ga ma pa. अभी डिसेंडिंग यहाँ से 3 फिर यहीं से 4. तो पा मा गा. वेरी गुड. मा गा रे सा नी रे सा नी सा नी दा पा ni da pa ma ga re sa ni da pa. Okay. Now if I make a rule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2 is a rule. Okay, so try it. See, what does it say? 1, 2, 3, 4 means you go 4 notes Padanisa, and from its next note 5, 4, 3, 2 you climb down the 4 notes, but from the next. Okay, so here Pa, Dha, Ni, Sa. From next we come down 4. Re, Sa, Ni, Dha. Okay, so make it a group of 4, 4. 4 up, from the next 4 down. So 4 up, Pa, Dha, Ni, Sa. From the next 4 down. Re, Sa, Ni, Dha. Now this is the turn for the same note where you will reach. From here it will be dha ni. No, it won't come to dha. Dha ni sa re ga re sa ni. It will finish on ni. Then next from ni. Better you go for 4/4. So ni sa re ga ma ga re sa. Ni sa re ga ma ga re sa. Now for sa. Sa re ga ma pa ma ga re. Now for re ga ma pa dha pa ma ga. Next ga ma pa dha ni dha pa ma. Next ma pa dha ni sa ni dha pa. Next pa dha ni sa re sa ni dha. Next dha ni sa re ga re sa ni. Next ni sa re ga ma ga re sa. Next sa re ga ma pa ma ga re. Finished. Now descending. So there 1, 2, 3, 4 means coming down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 means even down. And from there 5, 4, 3, 2, that is coming up. Fine. So pa ma ga re sa re ga ma. Now turn for ma. Ma ga re sa ni sa re ga. Turn for ga. Ga re sa ni da ni sa re sa ni dha pa dha ni sa ni dha pa ma pa dha ni dha pa ma ga ma pa dha pa ma ga re ga ma pa ma ga re sa re ga ma ga re sa ni sa re ga re sa ni da ni sa re sa ni pa dha ni sa. Here. So Alankar can be of this rule also, zigzag pattern also. In the same way, see, this was 4 note going up, and from next 4 note were coming down. Suppose if I want to make a rule where we will go 8 notes up and will come 8 notes down from the next note. Okay, then what will be the rule? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From here will come 8 note down. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It won't come to 1. Okay. Now applying this to the limit. Okay. Now counting 8 note is very easy. Why? Because you go from any note to the 8th note, it will be the same note. Okay, so there we don't need to count. If you have started from pa, you go up to pa, these are the 8 notes. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so anybody's turn is there, you go to the same note in the next octave. Then what we need to do? Go one more note higher. And from there we need to come 8 note down, so that will take the same note in the down octave. Okay, so for the turn of pa, your phrase would be lower octave pa to middle octave pa plus 1, that is middle octave dha to lower octave dha. So it will be like pa, dha, ni, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa, ni, dha. This was the end of the first phrase. Now what will become one? Dha will become one. So from lower octave dha to middle octave dha plus one, that is middle octave ni to lower octave ni. Okay, so dha, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa, ni. सर आप ट्राई करिए, नी का फ्रेज क्या होगा? वेरी गुड. हाँ, सा का फ्रेज क्या होगा? सर रे का फ्रेज क्या होगा? रे रे. ग मा sa, ni, da, pa. The turn of ma, as we have touched to the higher octave pa, that means it is the end of your ascending. Then after we cannot go for turn for pa, because it will demand for the higher octave da, which is not there. Okay. So whenever we touch the higher octave pa, that is the last phrase. Now we go for the descending. Okay. Now for the descending, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will take you from higher octave pa to middle octave pa. Okay. And one further note down, that means middle octave ma, and it will again rise up to higher octave ma. Okay, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we come. Okay, so for the phrase of pa, pa, ma, ga, re, sa, ni, da, pa. Ma, pa, da, ni, sa, re, ga, ma. Okay, what will the phrase for ma? For ga, sir? Re, it come up to re. Re ka phrase? Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, sa. Ni. Da. Re, ga, ma, pa. And it will end here. Why? Because if you go for ma, pa, it will demand for lower octave ma, which is not there. Okay. So these are very basic rules that we are discussing. Okay. We can make anything out of this. So why we practice Alankar? First reason is just to master the instrument. Okay. The second and very most important reason is when we are going to play raga. As you all know, when we play raga, we develop the raga on the go. That means it's not like a song that we have prepared previously and we are playing. That means you are improvising in the real time. Okay. So in the real time, if you have this knowledge of Alankar, suppose you are playing Bhupali. Okay. If nothing is coming to your mind, you just apply some Alankar to Bhupali. Sa, re, ga, re, ga, pa, dha. So applying 1, 2, 3 in Bhupali, it will be sa, re, ga, pa, because there is no ma in Bhupali. And the next is a ga, pa, dha. Fine. So Alankar can help you developing the raga. When I play raga, I guess around 60 to 70% are just Alankars. Okay, but not in a full range. We don't play sa to sa entirely. Just to cover some distance we play. Suppose sa re re ga ga pa dha pa re ga. So in this phrase sa re ga pa, this is Alankar. Now when you see something is repeating from the different notes, that is Alankar. Okay? So having this skill of developing Alankar in real time, that will help us in developing the raga in real time. There we just need to see which notes are present, which is not there in the raga. Okay. So and also all the other techniques like sliding, tonguing, when we will practice in our upcoming days, for that we need a meter on which we will play slide, on which we are playing tonguing. For that also we need these Alankars to play the sliding and technical things. So all the technical things, all the musical things require this kind of Alankars to practice on them. Okay. So in our next second half, we're going to play all these things with the tempo. Okay. First without tempo, followed by with the tempo we are going to play. Okay. And you can yourself make some Alankars. Suppose if something comes to your mind, sagare. Suppose this phrase come to my mind. Now what is the number for this sagare? If you take sa is a 1, then sa to ga is a third note. Re is the second note. So 1, 3, 2. Now you develop on the way sagare, re ma ga, ga pa ma, ma dha pa, pa ni da, da sa ni. What will be the descending? Sa is a 1, 3 would be dha. Okay, sa, second is a ni, third is a dha. We want 1, 3, 2. Sa, da, ni. Then from ni it will be ni, pa, dha. From dha it will be dha, ma, pa. From pa, pa, ga, ma. From ma, re, ga. From ga, sa, re. Okay. So any phrase if comes to your mind, just try to make the repetition of that phrase to other notes. Suppose one more example, sa ga re ga. Suppose then sa ga re ga. Now the rule is 1 3 2 3. Sa ga 1 3, re ga 2 3. Now what will be from re? Re is a 1, 3 is a ma. Re ma, 2 is a ga. Ga ma. See. Re ma ga ma 1 3 2 3. Re ma ga ma. Now ga is a 1. Ga pa ma pa. Ma is a 1. Ma da pa da. Pa ni da ni. Da sa ni sa. Now descending 1 3 2 3. Sa da ni da. Ni pa da pa, dha ma pa ma, pa ga ma ga, ma re ga sa re sa. So that's what happens when we play rag. Some phrase come to our mind and same phrase we try to develop for some extent, not always sa to sa, for some extent, and after that we just move something else. Suppose if I am playing this Bhupali, if some come to my mind 1 2 1 2 3, so I would play sa re ga pa dha pa re ga. From there I change the direction. Otherwise it will sound too much technical. Okay. We are playing raga, so it should have some emotions, not the techniques more. Okay. So 70 to 60% improvisation in the raga are Alankars, but those Alankars are developed real time. Those are not the same to same Alankar. It can be anything coming to your mind. You should be able to make them improvise for all the other notes there. Okay. So for that also we need to have this Alankar practice. Okay. And whatever Alankar that we have discussed, that will play in the second half. First without tempo, then with tempo. So for that we'll play. We'll understand what is a tempo, what is a beat, what is a beat cycle, what is the BPM. Okay. And then we'll start playing all these Alankars. Okay. Before that, you have any queries till now? Anything that I have missed, maybe in the beginning, and in any of the theory part, if I have missed anything? Okay. Any question about music and flute and anything. Yes, please.
I have seen some players hold the
Flute with the tip. Yeah, that is okay. See, there is nothing wrong with holding the flute with the tip. The only thing is when we hold the flute with this gripping, it is more natural. So that means it is more relaxing to play. We can play with anything. Anything which can get the sound is good. But with this center tip, there is a better and comfortable way of holding the flute. Okay. So there is nothing wrong even if we play like this. This is better. Yes, Sri Krishna ji.
But while using the smaller flutes,
Correct.
you have to change the finger position.
Yes. Now he is raising the very nice question that what if we play the smaller flute? Okay. So in the smaller flute also we try to maintain that middle center, a middle tip, but just we take slightly back. Okay. But again it's not the tip. It's a middle tip again there. Okay. So everything would remain same. Just we take this hand little back. How much back? That the last finger, that ring finger, should cross the first joint on the hole. Okay. It should not appear with the joint on the hole like this. So you place the finger the same way you place on the bigger flute, and then you just take all three fingers little back till the first joint cross the last hole. Okay, then you just stop.
In that,
Yes,
by
sir.
this fingering, in my case, the hole doesn't get closed completely.
Then
It
you
may
need to, yeah, even take little more back there.
yeah.
Okay, so it is
Ah,
somewhat like this way.
yeah. Ah,
Okay,
okay.
but see
Okay.
the proportion of the fingers is the same what we have proportion with the bigger flute. Okay,
Oh,
so we
that's
don't need
correct.
to change the style any for the smaller flute. Okay, you don't see that if we go for smaller flute we have to play from tip. No, there also we play the last holes only from the tip. Other holes are from the middle of the finger only. Okay, see this is the C flute. I hold this way. If I go the slighter bigger flute that I have, that says G. Okay, there I have the same fingering. Slightly I am putting my fingers ahead, like this. And if I go to
Okay.
E bass again, even those fingers will go even to the outer part like this.
Okay.
But the ratio is the same. This one.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else, Sri Krishna ji? If you want to ask anything about theory that if I have missed or anything it's in your question.
No, up till now, no.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Yes,
Everybody,
yes.
please keep note the question, even if at your home, if something comes to, so that we can come and here and ask. And yes, so now we'll have a lunch break, and we'll meet in 1 hour from 2 to 4. We'll continue playing this Alankar till we didn't play anything. We were just discussing. That is the whole theory that we have in the music, especially. Okay. After this part, we'll be just playing and playing. Okay. So don't think that we are not playing at all. This was the last thing that I have to discuss. Now onwards, from the lunch, we'll play that.
normally play Saragi, Kunama.
Ha.
Play Tivrama or
Suddhma, always.
Always
Suddhma. Unless we are playing a raga or a song where the Tivrama is needed, there only we play Tivrama.
Otherwise,
Should always play Suddhma.
half course.
Yeah, it's technically it's a half, but again we have to decide through listening to it. Okay, maybe playing half may not be the half, the may not be the Suddhma. Okay, so we have to decide it through playing only. But technically we can say it's a half. Yeah, like that one.
So for Alankars, it's always Suddha.
Suddhma. Always. Like, see, when we are playing Re, we are not playing Komal Re. Right? When we are playing Ga, we are not playing Komal Ga. So, when we play Ma, we play Tivrama. That is a minor note. Tivrama is a minor note, just like other Komal notes. Okay? Ma is a Suddha note, major note. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma. This is a major note.
So when we are practicing the basic Alankars, we should use the Suddhama.
Always. Always. For slide, technique, this tanging, normal Alankars, always we use Suddhama. Okay?
And the pa playing,
Yeah, that pa should be with the Suddhma. This finger should be as half as when you are playing ma to pa. Yeah. so that when you come back, you should not be changing this finger. Suppose if you play pa like this, okay, with this position which is open full, okay, then if you come to ma, again we have to set, right? Then this is a taking more time, extra time. So it should be like this. What is the value for ma should remain same for pa, should remain same for again ma. Now close pa with the same fingering. Correct. Come to ma, same fingering. Correct.
If you play full close also we get the same sound.
Same sound. And with this also you get the same sound with the half open. So for what we do, when we go to pa, we don't close it. We keep it half. So that when we come to ma back, it can be helpful. Only when you go to the, you close it. But when you are coming to pa to ma, so you should always develop a habit. Wherever you play pa, no matter whether you are going to ma or not, this should open. Suppose if I am playing sa, ni, da, pa, as soon as this finger will go down, this will raise up. No matter if you are going to ma or not. Okay. So always think that this is a pa, this is half, and this all are close. But this is applicable for middle and higher octave only, not for the lower octave. We cannot play lower octave pa with this open. It will never sound. It will only sound middle octave. All the holes should be must be closed. Okay. This position is for middle octave pa and the higher octave pa. Okay. See. So when I am saying, when I am going ma to pa, this fingering will be the same. When I will go dha, there it will be closed. As soon as I come to pa, this will rise. As soon as I go from dha to pa, this will get open. Why? Because if you want to go ma, we are ready for that. Okay. If you close it, then for getting ma, you will take some time to adjust the finger at half. Okay. So everybody should have developed this habit of playing pa with this half open. Okay. In the middle and higher octave. For lower, we have to close it. Clear? Okay.